हाय, कैसे हैं आप? लुक एट दिस, व्हाट्स दैट ऑन माय स्क्रीन? दैट्स द ऐप। कल शाम को हम लोग मिले थे। Yesterday at 8:30 on this awesome channel, we looked at mole concept, and this is for your 12th grade friends. Well, not the app. The app's for everybody. The practice today is of the chapter solutions. You know how to get here, right? आपको अभी कुछ डाउनलोड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You basically just have to go to chemistry, go to the chapter solutions, scroll all the way down. मैं बीच में already here. Explore, and that's it. That's it. You don't have to do any of this. We're going to do solve questions साथ में, and बाद में, if you feel like it, you can open the app and check them out as well, because these questions are awesome and there are lots of them. So are you ready? How are you doing? मेरी आवाज साफ आ रही? Are you able to see me and hear me clearly? Let's get that out of the way. So how many of you have already checked the app out? Is there anybody here on the chat who is, I have an idea, okay, this is the app, this is how it looks like. Can you hear me and see me? Just give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me and see me clearly. Yeah. And what we'll do is just like usual. पहले हम लोग एक दो chill सवाल करते हैं, and then we'll go on to the app itself. Okay. So let's start with the chill questions. Da 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 da. Here's an easy question to start the day off with. I'm going to move to the other side. Let's read this. Assertion reason है. When NaCl is added to water, a depression and freezing point is observed. This is the solution we're doing. 12th grade का पहला chapter. The lowering of vapor pressure of a solution causes depression and freezing point. Acha, interesting. Assertion reason. What do you think? Options ध्यान से पढ़िए. Yeah, be careful. Options could be mixed up. You're used to some options. They could be something else. Also, who knows? Maybe NEET could go online this year, so a lot of things that could change, right? But anyway, let's read the options carefully. This one's okay. Medico, you think it's A? मैं भी बोल रहा था ध्यान से पढ़िए. It's Khan. It says give me a thumbs up. All right, thank you for the thumbs up. It's Khan. Medico Goofy. I think you were here before. It says here that NaCl is added to water, depression freezing point होता है. ठीक है, मतलब कि this is a non-volatile solute. Yeah, and this is water is volatile, obviously. So yes, colligative properties will be observed. ठीक है, this is fine. The next point is lowering of vapor pressure of a solution causes depression and freezing point. तो देखो ये है cause और ये है effect, freezing point. This also I think is good. So मतलब दोनों ऑप्शन सही लग रहे हैं मुझे. Hi, good evening महक. I think it should be B, not A. B होना चाहिए ना. दोनों assertion और reason सही है, and reason is the correct explanation for assertion. ध्यान से पढ़ो. लिखा है कि but reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. A में ये लिखा है. हम लोग को B चूज करना है. It's clear, right? स्टडी स्कूल. आप क्यों अपना टाइम बर्बाद कर रहे हो? आपको पढ़ने की तो आपका नाम है स्टडी स्कूल, बट आप तो कूल चीज नहीं कर रहे हो. आप तो टाइम पास कर रहे हो. पढ़ना है या नहीं लाइफ में? What about this? It's B, right? It's not A. All right, Ob, thank you so much. It's amazing you've seen those videos. That's very nice, and you're welcome here. So the answer to this one should be B. Easy enough? This is good enough? All right, cool. Easy question. This is the answer. Let's now go to the app and explore some awesome questions. वापस को ऑन करते हैं. I'm going to move to the other side. Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे round and round. I know I could just move it there, but it's okay. It's more fun like this. So let's start the practice. I have no idea what questions are going to come. Let's see. What? Okay. Look at this question. Which of the following do you think is a solution? Choose one or more options. This is a funny question. Look at this first question. I don't think I can screenshot this, can I? You can image these questions before GTA 6. That's great. Okay. इनमें से कौन सा है solution? Bronze, भेलपुड़ी, air, or sugar and water? This is actually a tough question. This is a tough question. I mean, I'm not going to mark भेलपुड़ी because that's a mixture, and भेलपुड़ी, depending on where you eat it, taste अलग होता है. कुछ लोगों को मीठी चटनी पसंद है, so I'm going to ignore भेलपुड़ी. Do you want to take the hint on this one? More than one can be correct. मुझे bronze तो सही लग रहा है. How do I screenshot this question? I thought I would give you screenshots of questions. This question is going to be a little hard to screenshot, but I'm going to try my best. What is this question, bro? Oh, this is great. This is so awesome. This is so great. Khair, this is the first set of options, which is bronze and bhel puri, right? We know for sure which one's not cutting it. Bhel puri not making the cut in this one. I'm going to scroll down and show you the other options: air and sugar and water. So which ones do you think are correct? Give me. It could be more than one correct. Okay, could be more than one correct. अरे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट सर्च नहीं चाहिए भाई, काम करने दे. काहे को पॉपअप दे रहे हो मुझे लाइफ में? ओके, या गो अहेड. व्हाट डू यू गाइस थिंक? सोच के मुझे बताइए. Yeah, looking for your answers in the water. ACD. Okay, मेरे को saying ACD. Okay, anybody else? मैं saying D, तो D तो मार्क कर देते हैं. Sugar and water definitely solution है. Bronze भी solution है. Bronze क्यों solution है? लिखता हूँ क्या? लिखना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. लिखना पड़ेगा क्या? व्हाट इज ब्रॉन्ज? किसी को मालूम है ब्रॉन्ज क्या होता है? ब्रॉन्ज है कॉपर एंड टिन. हाउ डू आई नो टिन? बिकॉज मैं ऐसे ही याद करता हूं ना, देर आर टू ऑफ दीज गाइज, देर इज ब्रास एंड देर इज ब्रॉन्ज. दोनों में कॉपर है, एक में है साथ में जिंक, दूसरे में है साथ में टिन. टिन आई रिमेंबर एज, देखो अगर नाम में जेड है तो अलॉय में नहीं है. एंड द मेन थिंग इज बोथ ऑफ दीज आर अलॉयज. व्हाट इज एन अलॉय? अलॉयज, अगर आपने वो टेबल ठीक से पढ़ी है, इट्स अ सॉलिड सॉलिड सॉल्यूशन. ठीक है, मतलब कि मिसेबल है वो लोग, जैसे कि पानी और सॉल्ट मिक्स हो जाते हैं, कंप्लीट डिसॉल्व हो जाते हैं, सॉलिड डिसॉल्व. सो ए इज करेक्ट फॉर श्योर. ठीक है, ए इज करेक्ट, बी इज नॉट करेक्ट, डी इज करेक्ट. व्हाट अबाउट सी? सी इज टफ. किशन बोल रहे हैं ए इज नॉट अ सोल्यूशन. मुझे तो लग रहा है ए इज अ सोल्यूशन. आपको लग रहा है नहीं है क्या? आप जो बोलोगे दैट आई विल मार्क. मेरे ओपिनियन डज नॉट मैटर इन दिस सेशन. ठीक है, आप लोग जो बोल रहे हो वो हम मार्क करेंगे. अगर सब लोग बोलते हैं नहीं है तो आई नो इट, बट मुझे तो लगता है ए है. बट कृष्ण आपने खुद ही ए बोला, महक बोल रही है सी एंड डी ऑल्सो. एयर इज अ लिटिल कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. ठीक है, आप लोग बोल रहे हो तो मैं कर देता हूं मार्क. एयर इज अ लिटिल कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. चलो लेट्स सबमिट एंड आई विल टेल यू व्हाई आई फील इट्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. आई विल सबमिट ए सी डी. ठीक है, मेडिको बोल रहे हैं डी, बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं सी. ठीक है, चलो ए सी डी कर देते हैं. अरे वी गॉट इट करेक्ट. बहुत भारी सवाल फर्स्ट का वी गॉट करेक्ट. नाउ मैं क्यों बोल रहा था कि एयर इज अ लिटिल कॉम्प्लिकेटेड? ठीक है, एयर इज कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बिकॉज देखो, एयर is considered a mixture. It's debatable, okay, highly debatable चीज है. एनसीईआरटी में लिखा है, आप लोग एग्जाम मार्क कर दें. बट द थिंग ऑफ एयर इज कि देखो, इट इज होमोजीनियस, राइट? यहाँ पे एयर होमोजीनियस है. बट द मोमेंट आई गो लिटिल बिट आउटसाइड, लाइक मैं मेरे विंडो के बाहर जाऊंगा, मैं विंडो के बाहर जाऊंगा, वहां पे कॉम्पोजिशन एयर की अलग होगी. ये बंद कमरा है, मे बी यहाँ पे थोड़ा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ज्यादा हो जाएगा, वहां पे थोड़ा ऑक्सीजन ज्यादा हो जाएगा. सो कॉम्पोजिशन कीप्स चेंजिंग, Anyway, but yeah, true solution depends. I mean, it's a little complicated. But ठीक है, at our level, let's say ACD. बढ़िया है. What a first question. What a first question, guys. मजा आ गया. भारी सवाल आ गया यार. Let's see the next question. I'm going to take a screenshot of this question and then you guys try. आप लोग try करो. लंबा सा पैराग्राफ लिखा है मैडम क्यूरी के बारे में यार. This is a fun chapter. I'm already loving it. Yeah. यहाँ पे लिखा है मैडम क्यूरी के बारे में कुछ कहानियां. मैडम क्यूरी ने ये किया, वो किया, क्या क्या किया, आप लोग पढ़िए. मैं जल्दी से इसको स्क्रीनशॉट में डालता हूँ. स्क्रीनशॉट में इसलिए डाल रहा हूँ ताकि इफ यू गाइस लेटर आप लोग उसको देखना चाहें तो यू हैव एक्सेस टू ऑल ऑफ दिस even on the notes, even by mistake अगर आपने solution ये chapter you missed actual live question, you want this thing. So anyway, Madam Curie was studying solution chemistry. She was reading that the solution happens with ionic crystals in water where ions are separated and the salt gets dissolved. She had some magnesium oxide. ठीक है, थोड़ा ऊपर कर देता हूँ. Magnesium oxide is the focus. ठीक है, she had some magnesium oxide. Let's focus on that. She had some magnesium oxide crystals lying around. Being a scientist, she decided to test it out. She tried to mix MgO with water, but she observed that MgO did not mix with water. She was bewildered. But she soon realized what was the reason. What could be the reason? Select from the following options. भारी सवाल है ये भी. मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड नहीं डिसॉल्व किया पानी में. क्यों? Why did this happen? Why did magnesium oxide not dissolve with water? According to you, what do you think? आपके हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए? सोच के बताइए, है ना? Gonna look at the chat now. Little bit. Okay. इस वाले में कोई जवाब नहीं दे रहा है. ठीक है. This इसको समझने के लिए we've got to go to the basics of how things dissolve. Okay, let me write that. How does anything dissolve? Okay. Well, दो चीजें होती हैं. Now, magnesium oxide is a solid. ठीक है, उसको मुझे ब्रेक करना है. I have to make it into aqueous ions. Right? How do I do that? उसको पानी में डालूंगा. So lattice enthalpy is required to break it apart and put it into solution. ठीक है. I have to go from here to Mg2 plus and O2 minus. Aqueous. So this requires lattice enthalpy and it requires hydration enthalpy. ये दो चीजों की जरूरत है. ठीक है, एक तो कि MgO को तोड़े और दूसरा जब टूट के पानी में चला जाए तो उसके अराउंड बहुत ढेर सारे पानी के मॉलिक्यूल सराउंड करे. ठीक है, सो इट रिक्वायर्स टू थिंग्स. महक इज सेइंग सी. चलो, एंट्रोपी ऑफ वाटर वाज टू हाई. ये तो अजीब सा स्टेटमेंट लग रहा है. देखते हैं नेक्स्ट वाला. MgO वाज नॉट आयोनिक. मैडम क्यूरी वाज मिस्टेकन. ये भी हो सकता है बट आई डोंट थिंक दिस इज द केस. लैटिस एनर्जी, महक ने पकड़ लिया. महक ने सही चीज पकड़ ली. The lattice energy of MgO is higher than hydration energy of water. Exactly जो मैं next step बोलने वाला था. Lattice energy, I'm going to use different colors here. ठीक है, let's use blue. Lattice energy is positive, hydration energy is negative. Overall, अगर total energy negative हुई एंथैल्पी की सिर्फ बात कर रहे हैं तो then great, then dissolution happens. अगर overall energy dissolution, अगर overall enthalpy positive होगी तो it's unlikely to happen. उसी को हम लोग sparingly soluble salt बोलते हैं, है ना? Okay? ओम, आप चाहें तो उसको करिए. You're most welcome. See, I have to cover things for everybody, right? So I'm good. I've been taking theory sessions and I'm doing these sessions. अगर आपको ये वाले session useful लगे, come to this. If you find the theory useful, come there. जहाँ आपको ठीक लगे. Okay, so I feel C should be the answer because यहाँ पे lattice energy ज़्यादा हो गई, hydration कम हो गया. Last वाला क्या? It would have dissolved if Madam Curie had given more time. I like option D, but I think we ought to skip that. Mehak, good job. What about everybody else? Does anybody else have an answer to this? Look at that. Beautiful. When we dissolve NaCl in water, देखो exactly जो मैंने चीज बताई वही चीज यहाँ पे लिखी है, but there's a nice explanation. It's a beautiful image here. Yeah, wow, very high resolution as well. Okay, NaCl, electrostatic bonds that are holding NaCl, that breaks. You know this. इस process को हम लोग lattice energy बोलते हैं. इतना मतलब energy चाहिए. उसके बाद उन्हीं को हम लोग surround करते हैं पानी के molecule से, which is hydration, and you can see the whole thing. Yeah, beautiful, nice solution, man. Nice solution. Next question. A substance X dissolves very fast when put into solvent Y at 25 degrees Celsius. A substance Z dissolves comparatively slow. So I can conclude substance X has more solubility than Y. These questions are wonderful. ये सवाल आपने ऐसे कहीं नहीं देखे होंगे. ठीक है, आप लोग बहुत चीजें देखते हैं. You see a lot of questions. You saw a lot of questions. But I don't think you would have seen question like this anywhere. And I honestly, मुझे तो मजा आ रहा है इसको करके. I'm not just saying this because I'm not easily impressed. These are good questions. What do you think about this? And these are difficult questions. It's unlikely कि ये NEET में आएगा, unlikely कि JEE में आएगा, unlikely JEE Advanced में आएगा, because their goal is testing. उन लोगों का गोल बिल्कुल अलग है. But ये this will make sure you know theory inside out ताकि आप कोई भी सवाल solve कर सको. ठीक है? If you want a hint to this, you let me know. हाँ? What do you think? इसका क्या होगा? रूही, can you try this? महक, can you try this as well? अच्छा, ठीक है. Study. लाइफ में बहुत चीजें होती हैं. Study, it doesn't matter. What am I doing? I'm teaching here. आप आके यहाँ चीजें सीख लो, है ना? If you say something off topic, then it is a little random for me. ठीक है? So let's focus on this study. It's okay even if you are not in 12th standard. Even if you're 11th standard, you can understand what's going on. Even if you're in 10th, you can understand what's going on. Okay? Because the solutions are made so nicely. Anyway, Mehak says A. अच्छा. Mehak, are you sure? देखो, substance X dissolves very fast. हम लोग टाइम की बात कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे ये जो fast और slow, what is fast or slow? Fast, slow, talks about time. Okay, सिर्फ टाइम की बात हो रही है. We are not talking about quantity being dissolved. Quantity मतलब quantity dissolved, that is not being discussed. Not discussed at all, right? Which means हम लोग इसके बारे में नहीं बात कर सकते हैं मेरे हिसाब से. I don't know. If it dissolves quickly, अच्छी बात है, अच्छी बात है. हाँ. This is a tough question. But Mehak says true, so I will mark true. But I'm not so sure about it myself. Yeah. Oh, देखो, true गलत हो गया, है ना? इसीलिए I was saying कि okay, stick the hint. देखो ऊपर यहाँ पे लिख रहा है कि अगर नहीं हुआ तो no problem. And I'm not scripting this. I have no idea what question will come. I'm going with whatever students are saying over here, and we're going and putting it here. Let's take a hint and try answering again. Let's take the hint. Hint. Do we know anything about how much amount of X and Z are being dissolved? We don't. We don't, right? Exactly मैंने ये बोला था. Quantity dissolved is not discussed. So with this hint, it's pretty clear what the scene is. है ना? This is good. Are you okay, Mehak, and everybody else who's watching this not live? I hope you understand that the hint. I'm going to post the hint here as well. It's beautiful. Posting hint here. Okay. Let's post the hint somewhere over here on the top corner. ठीक है? Is it going over something? Let's post it behind me. ठीक है? So that it makes sense when you see the notes. But it doesn't matter here. All right. Next question. Last question, I think. So let's this one's false. Okay, great. ये तो false हो गया. ठीक है. Great. A mixture of N2 and argon gases in a cylinder contains 7 gram of nitrogen and 8 gram of argon. The total pressure of the mixture of the gases is something. The partial pressure is something. Oh, ये देखो, ये तो नीट का ही सवाल आ गया. 2020 का नीट का सवाल. PYQ. Do you know how to solve this? I think we can do this. Partial pressures and all. देखो, although it is told to you guys that देखो, syllabus reduce हो गया है. States of matter has been removed. But to be able to answer questions like this, I know ये थोड़ा पुराना सवाल है. This is from 2020. But to be able to answer a question like this, Dalton's law you need to know, because Dalton's law is very much, fair game. Dalton's law is okay. There's nothing wrong with questions being asked from Dalton's law. So I think we are good on Dalton's law questions like this. I feel like I've said Dalton's law too many times. So we're just going to try and solve it. Okay. Any ideas on how to start this question? इसको कैसे शुरू किया जाए? Study. Again, I'm talking about 11th to 12th grade solutions. If you want to talk about this, that's great. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about right now about that. Om, you're amazing, man. You're a very sweet kid. Very sweet student. All the best to your studies. Yeah. A mixture of N2 and argon in the cylinder has 7 gram of nitrogen and 8 gram of argon. Okay, 7 gram nitrogen. Let me just write down what's given here. देखेंगे फिर कैसे करना है. If the total pressure of mixture is 27 bar, okay, 27 bar is, let's say, P total. That's what is given here. I'm going to write that down. What do we have to find out? Partial pressure of nitrogen. This is very doable, right? How do I do this? I know what is Dalton's law. I said it 3-4 times. Dalton's law है क्या? क्या बोला? Dalton's law is that pressures are additive. Okay, so Pn2 plus PAR is going to be equal to P total, right? That is Dalton's law. ये equal है. ठीक है? I don't know why I'm doing all that. Let's just put it here. Okay, great. So, and how do I get these pressures? Well, for that, we use Avogadro's law. We'll assume कि सब चीज NTP पे STP है जो भी है, right? Okay, it's saying use atomic masses दिया हुआ है, ठीक है? This is 14 gram per mole, and this is argon is 40 gram per mole. So I can say very nicely that number of moles is proportional to pressure. Does that make sense? No. Number of moles is proportional to volume. No. Why pressure? अब क्या करें? अच्छा. But see, if number of moles is proportional to volume, can I not get number of moles also just directly by masses? I can just do 7 by, what's the denominator here? What is the mass of N2? And I can get, this is the number of moles of N2, and this is the number of moles of argon, which is going to be 20 by 40. This is easy. This I've written here because log यहाँ पे mistake करते हैं. ठीक, I get this. Okay. Now, what is partial pressure of N2? This is going to be X of N2, which is mole fraction into P total. Similarly, this is going to be X of argon into PT. Let's just write PT. बार-बार total थोड़ी लिखने वाले हैं हम लोग. ठीक है? Okay, great. Do you follow what we are doing here? Does this make sense? Does this, yes, no, maybe? What is X? X of N2 क्या होगा? X of N2 is going to be N of N2 divided by N of N2 plus N of AR. ठीक है? अब सबसे बड़ी चीज, and the only thing you have to do in this question is figure out what is the molecular mass of nitrogen, which is 28 gram per mole and not 14 gram per mole. Mahek, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Study, I'm guessing you're in 10th grade. Study, why don't you check out the 9th, 10th channel? Because you're saying ICSE, right? ICSE is the 9th, 10th channel. You can request them. They're amazing teachers. There's Saurabh teaching physics. There's Aishwarya teaching biology. Yeah, of late, Tarana is also helping out 6th, 7th, 8th grade students. And Tripti is doing chemistry. And Arsh is doing math. They're such awesome teachers. Why don't you ping them? Check out, I think they have sessions going on abhi itself, either now or at 6 or 7 o'clock. You should go and ping them. For sure, they'll check it out. Okay, Mehak, you're right. How do we do this? इसको आगे कैसे बढ़ाया जाए? ठीक है. आर्गन का है, ठीक, आर्गन का नहीं चाहिए. हम लोग को चाहिए इसका, ठीक है, दोनों का चाहिए इनफैक्ट. So this is going to be 7 by 28 divided by 7 by 28 plus 20 by 40. Now I'm going to cancel 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 2. This becomes 1 by 4 divided by 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. What does this become? This becomes 1 by 4 divided by, what is this? This is 3 by 4. Is that correct? Half and 1/4, right? This is 3 by 4. So 1 by 3 is what I get over here. Is this okay? So 1 by 3 in 27 कितना होता है? 9 bar होता है. Into 27 is equal to 9 bar. Should we check this? This is a lengthy question, but look at it. It came in NEET. NEET में आया. मैं आपको इसलिए करवा रहा हूँ. NEET में आया. Sorry, आपको चौथा ऑप्शन दिख नहीं रहा ना? My bad. This is the fourth option. 18 bar. Okay, shall we check? Does this make sense? देखो, moles of nitrogen is smaller than argon for sure. That is clear. Is it clear? Is it not clear? No. मैंने 20 क्यों लिखा है? यहाँ पे तो 8 है यार. Why did I write 20 here? This is only 8. गड़बड़ की है हम लोगों ने. इसको पूरा फिर से करना पड़ेगा. Why did I write 20 guys? कोई चैट पे बता भी नहीं कि कुछ गड़बड़ हो रही है. कुछ गड़बड़ लिखा ना हम लोगों ने. 20 क्यों लिखा मैंने? It's 8 gram. Okay. So now this is 1 by 4, 7 by 28 divided by 7 by 28 plus 8 by 40. Now this makes it interesting because now it's going to be 1 by 4 divided by 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5. This is the mole fraction. है ना? Yes, Mehak. Is this okay? Multiply this with 27. This should be the answer. Into 27 should be the pressure of nitrogen. अब आप बताइए क्या होगा? What do you think now? It's going to be a little more than half of 27. This is my guess, okay? My educated guess, the moment I get 1 by 4 moles, and that's 1 by 5 moles. Matlab ki, the number of moles of nitrogen is more than half of the number of moles of this. आपको समझ में आ रहा है what I'm saying? The mole fraction is going to be greater than 0.5, which means the only answer that makes sense is going to be either 15 or 18. This is my educated guess. Let's see what the actual answer is going to be. What do you think? आपको क्या आ रहा है? What are you getting? What are you getting? बताइए. C? Okay, cool. C seems acceptable. It's either C or D. It cannot be A or B. That's what I feel. Okay. I like the answer C as well. मुझे भी C ही आ रहा है. With this calculation that I've done over here, I think 7 थोड़ा सा cut off हो गया. Sorry about that. In the notes, it will be fine. ठीक है? 15 bar is the answer. Good job. And here's the thing about this, right? And look at that. There's a video solution as well of this. ठीक है? Mole fraction निकालना था. मैंने यहाँ पे 8 की वजह से 20 लिख दिया था. Now the thing here is the moment you do a lot of questions that are correct, you are going to get slightly difficult questions. Although, if truth be told, शुरुआत से ही question थोड़े tricky थे. I haven't seen a single direct question so far. They're all things you have to think about. Okay, बहुत ही straightforward questions अभी तक तो मैंने नहीं देखे, which is interesting. Interesting. It is possibly because मैं इस ऐप को खुद यूज करता रहता हूँ. हो सकता है कि when you use the app, you may get different questions. You should get different questions. What kind of different? That depends. Yeah, on how active you've been on the app. If you're using the app for fresh, like पहली बार use कर रहे हो, then it'll give you a different vibe. Okay. This question here says ionic compounds with higher lattice energy than solvation energy are readily soluble. Yeah, this is a repeated concept, right? अभी इसी पे एक idea आया था. What are the two things? Lattice, which is positive, hydration, which is negative, and overall negative is more soluble. That is what we had picked up on. Ionic compound higher energy solution energy ready soluble. Ready soluble. ये तो गलत लग रहा है मुझे. What do you think? This feels wrong to me. Hi. It's 15, na? It's exactly 15, right? Hi Preetham, how are you doing? Good to see you here as well. Preetham, are you in 12th grade right now? You are doing really well in the 11th grade questions yesterday. Meg, what about this one? Anybody else want to try this? Om, do you think you want to try this? See, the idea is that lattice, what is lattice energy? Your energy required to break it apart, right? What you've got sodium, chloride, all these guys sitting in this sort of a structure. Yeah, it's crazy. You think Na or Cl, एक bond बन गया है काफी है, but each sodium atom is surrounded by 6 chloride ions, and this is the ions, right? Not atoms. Ions की बात हो रही है, and each chloride ion is then in turn surrounded by 6. You'll study this in solid state if you want to. I know आपके सिलेबस से हटा देगा, मैं क्या करूँ यार, अजीब सिलेबस बनाया है इन लोगों ने, ऐसी चीजें कौन हटाता है, खैर हटा दे तो क्या करें. तो each chloride ion is surrounded by 6. So this surrounding has to be broken. That is lattice energy. So that is a lot of energy you have to provide. But that energy is provided because पानी में डालते ही ये जब separate होते हैं, Na plus is surrounded by a lot of water molecules. Okay, and इसकी वजह से this is bond formation, releases energy. बहुत एनर्जी निकल जाती है. जैसे वो ये बनाया, सिमिलरली क्लोराइड भी बना सकते हो. क्लोराइड के आसपास होंगे H atoms, right? The idea is the same. This you study in bonding पहली बार. Where do you guys study this? मैंने I think bonding में पढ़ाया था. Thermodynamics में भी है. Bonding is where I first taught this. खैर, so I feel that this one should be false, right? Should be false. Om, absolutely. You should go ahead and just join the official one. I also run a couple of other things where you can go ahead and whatchamacallit. This is it. This is the link. You can find links to the sessions that I have, everything on this. Telegram, Discord, this thing. Yeah, everything is on that link that I just put over there. Let me pin that quickly if somebody else also wants to check it later on. This question is good. Look at that. Looks like we've got them all correct, huh? I think this is false. What do you think? मुझे तो इसको false लग रहा है. Yeah, look at that. You need to know definitions, energy solvation, this the energy release, with the deviations. This is beautiful. Nice solution. Nice solution. Yeah. So अगर lattice energy ज़्यादा है तो कम soluble होगा ना? That's the broad idea. This is saying, question saying higher lattice energy with solvation energy are readily soluble. That's not correct. If you look at the hint, it says clearly here, lattice energy required to break the particles from the lattice, and solvation energy released during solvation. मतलब कि पानी में डालने पे जो H2O, solvation, hydration बोल सकते हैं अगर पानी हो, solvation में कोई भी solvent हो. Look at that. look at that. We cleared all of them. We did all of those questions and we did them well. The performance on this, whoa, 100%. I don't think I've ever done practice so well ever. Getting all questions correct, that's awesome. Okay, let's take another simple question now. Yeah, इस topic पे करते हैं. This topic is significantly easier. Yeah, and direct. This topic is direct. Yeah, the normality of 0.3 molar H3PO3 solution क्या होती है? Can you try this question? Pritam, टेस्ट टेकिंग इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम लर्निंग. टेस्ट की प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी, यही एक तरीका है ना. टेस्ट करने की प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी. कहां से? एनसीईआरटी एग्जाम्पलर से करो, पीवाईक्यू से करो, जेई मेन के पीवाईक्यूज भी करो. ऑल्दो आई नो यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर नीट, बट डू दिस, यू विल बी गुड. हाउ डू यू डू अ क्वेश्चन लाइक दिस? नॉर्मैलिटी कैसे निकालें? नॉर्मैलिटी, व्हाट इज नॉर्मैलिटी? नॉर्मैलिटी इज नंबर ऑफ इक्विवेलेंट्स in 1 liter of solution. How do I get number of equivalents? What is number of equivalents? Oh, number of equivalents. Just like moles, moles is what? Mass by molar mass. Equivalents is mass by equivalent mass. हो गया ना खत्म. But there is an easier way to do all of this. यहाँ पे सब जरूरत नहीं. ये already molarity दी है ना. Molarity is given to be 0.3 molar. अगर molarity is 0.3 molar, how do I convert molarity to normality? Is there something I can put here, or rather can I put something over here? कहां पे डालूं मैं, क्या करूं? N factor into n is normality, right? What is n factor? This is the number of, एक मिनट सोचने दो, उल्टा लिख दिया. How do I know which is larger? Normality is greater than equal to molarity. What does normality mean? Normality is number of, or rather what is equivalent, number of equivalents? It's basically the number of things that react with 1 mole of electrons. ठीक है, 1 mole of electrons मतलब देखो, reaction happens when electrons move from here to there, right? अभी इस केस में, एसिड के केस में H3PO3 लिखा है. That is what makes it interesting. H3PO3 का स्ट्रक्चर बनाना पड़ेगा. This is a slightly difficult question. If you make this and this, you'll get from, कहां से मिलेगा ये आपको मिलेगा P ब्लॉक से. Technically this is not in your syllabus, but I think it is important to know कि ये dibasic acid है या tribasic acid है. So to prove to you कि this is dibasic, this is why I am making this structure, okay? Because यहाँ पे 2 acidic hydrogen है. This is okay? Because there are 2 acidic hydrogen, इसीलिए एक मोल में 2 moles H+ निकलेंगे, which means that this N factor is going to be equal to 2. N factor for acids is the basicity. For the bases is the acidity. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? मतलब जितने ions they furnish in solutions. Acid के केस में H+, bases केस में OH-, right? So, okay, with all that ram kahani, what are you going to do now? It is going to be 0.3 into 0.2, which is 0.2 नहीं, into 2, which is 0.6. This is what I think the answer should be. है ना महक? Absolutely. प्रीतम बिल्कुल सही. अननोन ने 4 बोला. 4 is interesting. I do not understand 4 कहां से आया, but मेरे हिसाब से ये होना चाहिए. Good job everybody, you figure it out. चलो back to the other side. हम आ गए यहाँ पे. By the way, ये जो लिखा है ना YouTube सेशन लिंक, अगर आप इसको क्लिक करोगे नोट्स में, you will come back to the session. I do that on all my sessions, ताकि अगर कोई नोट्स भी देख रहा है, वीडियो देखना चाहता है, तुरंत आके देख सकता है. That's a placeholder for this. Okay. अगला स्टेप करते हैं. क्या है, बड़े बड़े शब्द आ रहे हैं. I have been assigned a science project. अच्छा, I have been assigned a task for my science project. Need to get a solid material to form a solution with hydrogen. Initially you thought it was impossible. How can a gas form a solution with a solid? But after watching this video, you know that. कौन सा वीडियो देखा था? कोई वीडियो देखा क्या आपने? I know where this is from. कौन से वीडियो से, ये भी हमको थोड़ा सा आइडिया है. ठीक है, कोई नहीं, it's okay. I think we can do this. You've been assigned a task or a science project. I'm just gonna go ahead and इसको थोड़ा नीचे करके, how can a gas form a solution with a solid? Let's focus on that question. उसके पीछे जो पहली चीजें हैं, that is interesting. This is pretty interesting, really. What do you think about this? जो 4 ऑप्शन में कौन सा सबसे relevant लग रहा है अभी? I'll read the option now, don't worry. सब करेंगे, आराम से करेंगे. Putting screenshot onto this पहले. Screenshot आइए, आ गई screenshot. Okay. गैस कैसे जाएगी? ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री पढ़ी है क्या किसी ने? That's a great score, Preetham. Great score. Yes, Ward. You are right. Palladium plus hydrogen. Maria. Excellent. Palladium plus hydrogen. Hmm. So, among these options, which one makes sense? You can dissolve, solidify a gas. I don't think you have to solidify. Hydrogen to oxygen, water. You can say that this proves hydrogen can't form solutions in reactive. That's wrong. Hydrogen can form a solution metal like palladium. अच्छा ये option ही लिखा है Maria. Yes, you're right. Yes, gases can't dissolve. Hmm. I feel that option C seems correct. Option C correct क्यों है? Because, well, that's how reactions happen. Palladium or hydrogen is a reducing agent, but it's a very good reducing agent. So you add DSO4, which is a poison. Yeah. याद है ये सब? You remember this from organic chemistry? Let's mark this. Let's mark this. Or should we take the hint? There's a hint there. Hint को देखते हैं क्या बोलता है. Isn't this similar to sugar going into water? Can a gas go into solid to form a single phase? Single phase sugar going into water. It's interesting. ठीक है. Let's go with this. Thank you, Maria. Palladium plus hydrogen. It's certainly not true that gases can't dissolve solids. A good example is hydrogen and palladium. It's called solution because it forms a single phase. I know हमारे लेवल पे हम लोग phase की बात नहीं करते, हम लोग state की बात करते हैं. But if you go to higher levels, you talk about phases. Okay. Anyway, yeah. By the way, that's very interesting. इसको हम लोग fuel cell में use कर सकते हैं. By the way, the biggest problem in using hydrogen as a fuel is that hydrogen is really, really small. How do you store something that leaks through everything? I mean, देखो ये practical problem है ना हाइड्रोजन की. अगर आप उसको स्टोर करना चाहो सिलेंडर में, वो सिलेंडर की वॉल्स के थ्रू निकल जाएगा. Yeah, really, that's the problem. So if you store hydrogen like this, whereas you kind of make sure that it binds to palladium, कहीं नहीं जाएगा. That's interesting. Interesting. Henry's law of gas constant. Henry's law constant is constant irrespective of gas. What do you think about this? True or false? Henry's law constant is constant irrespective of the gas. क्या लगता है आपको? What do you think about this one? This is easy, right? It's pretty easy. Very easy, very easy, very easy. I don't think that's true. It changes with the gas, right? Why does it change with the gas? What else would it depend on anyway? What is Henry's law constant? You say that P is equal to KH times X. What does KH depend on? Nature of gas है ना, यही तो मेन चीज है. तो false कर देते हैं भाई. Okay, great. A mixture of liquids showing positive deviation. Now, see, now we're getting into interesting questions. A mixture of liquids showing positive deviation. Raoult's law is what? 4 options हैं. ये थोड़ा छोटा है तो मैं फिर से भी लिख सकता हूँ. Are you able to read these? मुझे तो दिख रहा है because well, I'm on a big computer screen. Are you able to see this even on the small screen that you guys are on? आप लोग phone पे, a lot of people are on the phone, right? Is there anybody who's on their phone here? Or is there anybody who's on their computer? Like, let me know in the comments, yeah? So, okay. False. You're absolutely right. Sujan, Naruto, Rohit, Mehak. I think Naruto ने A बोला, उसमें B था. इस वाले की बात करो क्या? Mixture of liquid showing positive deviation. Positive deviation. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Positive deviation का मतलब क्या हुआ? मतलब कि I have one liquid. I have one more liquid. When you mix them, the vapor pressure is higher than what you expect. This is positive deviation, right? That bulge that you see, that's the positive deviation. Why would this happen? If solvent solute interactions, या जिसको AB बोलते हैं, interactions are weaker than AA and BB, right? Okay. Now let's look over here. मतलब कि कहीं पे हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग ऑलरेडी थी और उसको मैंने डिस्टर्ब किया. दिस इज वन ऑफ द इजीएस्ट वंस टू लुक एट, राइट? हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग्स depend on temperature, sure. Depends on temperature for sure, Maria. Yeah. Also depends on the gas itself for sure. इसमें क्या करेंगे? एक तरीका कि अगर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग थी उसको डिस्टर्ब किया, that's a mess up for sure. What about other stuff? This is an interesting question. Aniline और जो नीचे वाला कंपाउंड है, what is that? CH3 2CO. What is that? Isn't that propanone? I think इन दोनों के बीच में तो अच्छी जुगलबंदी होगी. This is going to form a maximum boiling azeotrope, which means that it's going to have not so good. But this one has negative deviation. This one's negative for sure. Okay. What about this one? ये इसमें भी negative होने के chances हैं. Negative. This is going to be positive deviation. This one's going to be positive because ethanol में already एथेनॉल मतलब खाली एथेनॉल तो होगा नहीं, उसमें ऑलरेडी हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग होगी. What this one a little tough actually. Acetone plus ethanol, Rohit. Even I think it's acetone plus ethanol. The other options, it looks like all of them में हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग पहले नहीं थी, आने के बाद हो रही है. But in this, I feel that's a culprit too. Let's see क्या होता है. Oh, we were right. Conceptual बोल रहे हैं भाई साहब. ठीक है, चलो, अच्छी बात है. Good job, Rohit. Naruto as well. Excellent. Next question. Which of the following is incorrect for an ideal solution? Ideally, conceptual questions, and this is what NEET is all about. NEET में ऐसे सवाल बहुत आते हैं. These questions keep coming in NEET, which is what makes NEET a tough paper, because you got a lot of questions. You got 45 questions. Time में कम है, and you need to know things inside out. You need to be able to mark things very, very quickly, right? So incorrect कौन सा होगा ideal solution के आपके हिसाब से? बताइए. I think I found which one is incorrect. देखते ही पता चल जाता है, तुरंत. अगर ये थोड़ा कटा हुआ आ रहा था, this says P delta P is P observed minus P calculated by Raoult's law is equal to 0. ये ऑप्शन सी अगर थोड़ा कटा हुआ लग रहा था. ठीक है. What do you think? C? Naruto thinks this is C. Rohit thinks this is D. अच्छा. What is delta G anyway? थोड़ा देखते हैं. Looks like you are clear it is not A and B. A and B को हम लोग क्रॉस आउट कर देते हैं. आपको दिख नहीं रहा, but I'm crossing out A and B here. Eliminated. Okay, great. Eliminated A and B. मैंने लिखा है, इसके पीछे ही लिख रहा हूं, आप लोग बाद में देख सकते हैं. ठीक है, cool. Now let's look at D, because that is the hot topic, right? Delta H minus D delta S. This is 0. But देखो यार, entropy of mixing is greater than 0, तभी तो mix हो रहा है. अगर entropy would be 0, then there would be no mixing. देखो, a process is spontaneous when delta G is negative. ये process हो रहा है अपने आप, मतलब it is spontaneous. Although delta H is 0, delta S has to be greater than 0. अब सोचो कैसे. देखो, I have some solution particles, they are sticking around in a container. I have some कुछ और solute, उसको मैंने solute में इसमें डाला. Doesn't matter, volatile, non-volatile जो भी है. The randomness increases. बहुत मोटे-मोटे तौर पे चला. If you want to go into the actual science of it, well, the number of ways in which this particle can be placed inside the solution significantly increases. That is how you calculate probability, right? That's how you calculate equipartition of energy, etc. So entropy statistical way से. Entropy is increasing for sure. ये theory वाला बात है. You can check out my sessions if you want. Bento लिख पे है. I think this is the wrong one too. मुझे D लगता है, रोहित. मुझे भी D लग रहा है. Naruto, why do you think it's C? Mehak, what do you think about this one? I think it's D as well. मुझे D लग रहा है. Yeah, impressive. Now we can handle ideal solutions, is what the app says. For an ideal solution, delta H mixing is 0, delta V mixing is 0. Now delta U mixing सब कहानी दी है. ठीक है. And this is okay. हमने option C explore नहीं किया, but this is fine. Yeah, delta P is P observed minus P calculated by Raoult's law is same. This is saying that Raoult's law is basically followed. Raoult's law is followed for ideal solution. That's cool. We don't have any problems with that. Okay. All right. This is interesting. Preetam ji, delta G negative होगा, positive नहीं होगा. Okay. I'll go back to this question, although this question is showing here. Delta G has to be negative for spontaneous process. And that makes sense because delta S is going to be positive. So minus T delta S is going to be negative because again, this is positive. This is the idea. Preetam, is that okay? That's the idea. Yeah. That's the idea. Cause and effect. Cause is delta S being positive. Effect is delta G being negative, which is spontaneous. इस सवाल को देखें, इसमें थोड़ा एफर्ट लगाना पड़ेगा बिकॉज अभी तक हमने सारे सवाल सही किए हैं. इसकी डिफिकल्टी थोड़ी सी बढ़ रही है. भाई साहब, थोड़ी डिफिकल्टी बढ़ेगी. दैट्स हाउ द प्रैक्टिस वर्क्स. ओके, प्रैक्टिस सेक्शन ऑन द आकाश बायजूस ऐप, इट गेट्स इंटेंस द मोर क्वेश्चंस यू गेट करेक्ट. ठीक है. एंड इसमें हो सकता है थोड़ा बहुत न्यूमेरिकल करना पड़े. व्हाट डज दिस क्वेश्चन से? This question says that the partial pressure of ethane over a saturated solution containing some ethane is 1 bar. If it has itna mass of ethane, what should be the partial pressure of the gas? Oh God, interesting. ये कैसे किया जाए? How do you start a question like this? कोई idea है क्या? इसमें hint है क्या? Hint भी नहीं है. इथेन सैचुरेटेड 0.656 है एक बार। अरे एक्चुअली ये वाला कर सकते हैं, ये वाला कर सकते हैं। सो वी आर सेइंग दैट सैचुरेटेड सॉल्यूशन, सैचुरेटेड मतलब PS is going to be equal to 0.60656, sorry, is equal to 1 bar, and this is for 0.0656 gram. अगर मैं थोड़ा मास कम कर दूंगा तब क्या होगा? I think it will just be proportional. It will be 5 by 656. That's it. What do you think? आपको क्या लगता है? So if I do 5 by 656, point डाल देते ताकि गड़बड़ ना हो जाए. That should be the answer. Should be 0.762 bar. आपको क्या लगता है? Right? I mean, why not? PH equal to KH times, sorry. Why can't we use this? Yes, no, maybe? What do you think? It's okay. If you guys have a different idea, बिल्कुल ठीक है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. But थोड़ा मुझे बताइए, what do you think is the best way forward to from here? Are you guys okay with this answer? आपको लगता है कुछ और होना चाहिए? जो आप बोलो, we will try. If you feel something else is the answer, कोई और तरीका आप लोग एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं, कर लेंगे. जो चाहे आप लोग, जो बोलो आप लोग कर लेंगे, है ना? Yeah. The main idea is that is directly proportional to the mass. That's all. ठीक है. मोल मैंने लिख दिया, मोल फ्रैक्शन है, मास it's the same thing over here. ठीक है. Let me quickly check the chat over here. Yeah, रोहित, सुजन, सही है, बिल्कुल सही है. महक also saying this. बढ़िया. Wow, सारे सवाल सही. Crazy, bro. I don't think we've ever done this on the app. Look at that. Look at that performance. 100%. It's all because of you guys. I have never got 100% accuracy on these questions. That's awesome. बढ़िया. So how do you like sessions like this? Do you want me to do more sessions जहाँ पे हम लोग बैठ के questions ऐसे करें? We solve questions like this, or do you want to do theory questions? प्रीतम बन नहीं रहा था. Okay. प्रीतम, अगर आप चाहो तो मेरे एक बार सेशंस देख लेना. आई हैव डन सॉल्यूशंस के चैप्टर. यू कैन सी द जो पिन्ड कमेंट है, और डिस्क्रिप्शन में भी होगा, बेंटो लिंक होगा, उसमें आप जाके देख सकते हो. ठीक है. हाउ अबाउट दिस प्रीतम? इस वाले ट्राई करो. दिस इज अ मोर समथिंग दैट यू मे बी फेमिलियर विद. इस टाइप के सवाल आपने जरूर देखे होंगे, और मे बी विद डिफरेंट नंबर्स हो सकता है ऐसा सवाल भी सॉल्व किया हो आपने, नंबर थोड़े अलग से साथ. वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ CH3Cl एंड CH2Cl2 आर गिवन टू यू. ठीक है. This is P naught value of, let's say, P01 and P02 at a given temperature. अगर इतना मास दिया हुआ है with this much mass at the same temperature, then vapor pressure solution कितना होगा? Take a minute, इसको try करो. If you want me to slow down the pace, tell me. I am not in any hurry. We will आराम से करेंगे. The main goal is to showcase the app feature of practice to you and to show you how awesome it is, but also to make sure you're actually practicing. वो भी तो जरूरी है, आप लोग खुद भी तो प्रैक्टिस करो. इसलिए तो सेशन कर रहे हैं हम लोग. आप चाहते थे प्रैक्टिस सेशन. I thought what better the practice session than this right here. Yeah. And the more things you practice on the app, the more relevant फीडबैक आपको मिलेगा कि यू कैन ट्राई दिस, यू कैन ट्राई दैट, यू कैन ट्राई दिस. रिकमेंडेड सेक्शन आपका भी अलग होता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट यू डू. But yeah, the practice session is completely free. For the video and stuff, you're gonna have to, like figure out payment stuff and all. But the assess and testing is free. Try karo isko. Take a minute. It is 43 now. I'll give you till 44. If you want a hint on what to do, पहली चीज है, let's get mole fraction of 1, mole fraction of 2. क्यों? कि mole fraction of 1 into P01 plus mole fraction of 2 into P02 will be equal to the total pressure. क्यों? Because these guys is going to be equal to P2 and this is equal to P1. This is Raoult. This is Dalton's law, and this is Raoult's law. ठीक है? So we use Raoult's law to say that अगर इसमें थोड़ा सा इतना मोल फ्रैक्शन है तो इतना उसका प्रेशर होगा. मोल फ्रैक्शन टू the saturation pressure. ठीक है. P0. Cool. Rohit is on fire. Pritam, good try. Can you mass by molar mass? हाँ ठीक है. That will be the number of moles. ठीक है. तो moles कितने होंगे इसके देखते हैं. Let's say n of ये पहला वाला क्या है? CH3Cl. This is going to be equal to 202 divided by 12 plus 3 plus 35.5. ये कितना हो गया? 12 and 3 is 15, 15 and this is 50.5. So if I cancel this out, this is going to be 4 mole, right? What about the same thing for CH2Cl2? ये इसका मास है 170 and I'm dividing this by 12 plus 2 plus 71. How much that? This happens to be 85, right? Okay, and this then gets cancelled and gives 2. So I've got 4 and 2. So what is x1? What is x2? x1 is 4 by 6. If you want to be pedantic, 4 by 4 plus 2. Okay, x2 is 2 by 4 plus 2. हो गया भाई काम. This is 2 by 3. This is 1 by 3. So I have to basically do 2 by 3 into, this is the most important part, गड़बड़ी मत करना, ध्यान से लिखना. 2 by 3 किसका था? CH3Cl का था, है ना? ओके. एंड 1 by 3 into 480. ये हो गया 120, ये हो गया 120 into 2, so 240 plus 1 मिनट. 120 नहीं है, कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया हमने. What did we do weird? 360 तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. ऑप्शन है, wait. 2 by 3, 4 by 6 is 2 by 3 into, oh, 240. Okay. Hey, मुझे कुछ और क्यों आ रहा है? I'm getting 360. What did I do weird? मैंने क्या गड़बड़ी की बताइए? Did I do something wrong or is this correct? Because you guys saying 400 and 160. देखो हमने मैथ्स की गड़बड़ी की. रोहित बिल्कुल सही बताया. देखो बिल्कुल सही चीज बताई. 160. Yes, रोहित. Yes, thank you. So कभी कभी ये सब गड़बड़ी होती है. एंड इस गड़बड़ी को कम करने के लिए क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने होते हैं. देयर इज नो वे अबाउट दिस, राइट? इवन इफ यू नो द प्रोसेस इनसाइड आउट, व्हिच यू फिगर आउट प्रोसेस इन द फर्स्ट थिंग, इफ यू मेस अप समथिंग रैंडम लाइक दिस, लाइक जल्दी में मैंने इसको 480 से 3 डिवाइड करके 120 लिख दिया. क्यों? पता नहीं. मे बी एग्जाम का टेंशन था, पता नहीं क्या हुआ. बट यू गॉट बी केयरफुल लाइक रोहित एंड से कि नो, इट इज 240 प्लस 160. तो प्रीतम आपका 480 कैसे आ रहा था? आर यू गुड विद दिस दैट इट शुड बी 400 mmHg? मेरे हिसाब से इट शुड बी 400 एज वेल. Yeah? Oh, okay, great. All right, awesome. बढ़िया. We have time. We have 12-13 मिनट. देखते हैं कितने सवाल कर सकते हैं हम लोग. I want to move on to the other side. Here it is. Wow. These are getting crazy. Okay, a scene in a fantasy chemistry lab. Faraday was measuring the concentration of different solutes in different solutions. But he forgot the exact formula for molarity, molality and normality. He decided to ask his colleagues. ये सब ओरिजिनल कंटेंट है, ठीक है? ये हमारे दोस्तों ने बनाया. आई नो किस दोस्त ने बनाया. ये शरद उनका नाम है. He now does fitness training for people and he runs his own awesome startup. Sharad, shout out to you अगर if you're watching this. Davy, molarity is the number of moles dissolved of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solvent. Boyle बोलता है molarity is number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 kg of solvent. सही बोल रहे हैं. Cavendish बोल रहे हैं normality is number of equivalent solute. ठीक है, ये तो सब सही लग रहे हैं ना? नहीं, कुछ गड़बड़ी है क्या? नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सॉल्वेंट. ओह, आई सी. देखो, दिस इज टेस्टिंग इफ यू नो द बेसिक्स प्रॉपर्ली और नॉट. ठीक है? डेवी बोल रहा है मोलैरिटी इज नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सोल्यूट डिसॉल्व इन 1 लीटर ऑफ सॉल्वेंट. ठीक है, लेट्स राइट इट डाउन. देखते ध्यान से. इसका क्या होगा? प्रीतम नेगेटिव 5. कुछ नहीं, नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव छोड़ो यार, लाइफ में सब होता रहता है. आराम से यू एंजॉय दिस प्रोसेस. ये वाला मजेदार सवाल है. दिस इज एन ओरिजिनल क्वेश्चन. यू आर नॉट गोना फाइंड दिस एनीवेयर एल्स. You know what happens, right? आजकल एक क्वेश्चन कोई ना कोई छाप पे कहीं और डाल देता है. You're not gonna find this question anywhere else because this I know who's made this question. Oh, he's awesome, dude. क्या क्या हम लोग टाइम पास करते थे. Awesome question. ठीक है, cool. So who is correct? ये इन तीनों में से कौन सही है? So what is Davy saying? Humphrey Davy. What is he saying? He is saying कि molarity is defined as mole solute in 1 liter solvent. Okay. बॉयल भाई साहब क्या बोल रहे हैं? बॉयल भाई साहब बोल रहे हैं कि मोलैलिटी स्मॉल m, ये है कैपिटल M, बड़ा M, ये है छोटा m. नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सोल्यूट डिवाइडेड बाय 1 kg सॉल्वेंट. ओके, व्हाट अबाउट कैवेंडिश? फिर से लिख रहे हैं बिकॉज जरूरी है लिखना. नॉर्मैलिटी इज नंबर ऑफ इक्विवेलेंट्स. किस चीज का? सोल्यूट. किस चीज का जरूरी है लिखना? किस चीज का? सोल्यूट. राइट, इक्विवेलेंट्स ऑफ सोल्यूट डिवाइडेड बाय 1 लीटर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. क्या करें? एक से ज्यादा सही हो सकते हैं. क्या करें इसमें? प्रीतम यार बंगाली में मत बोल यार, इतना तो मैं नहीं कर सकता. कौन सा रॉन्ग है? बॉयल रॉन्ग है? मुझे तो बॉयल ठीक लग रहा है. रोहित बोल रहा है बी और सी सही है. बॉयल एंड कैवेंडिश आर करेक्ट. व्हाट्स रॉन्ग विद डेवी? डेवी ने क्या गड़बड़ी की? आई एग्री विद यू गाइस, बी एंड सी आर करेक्ट. डेवी ने क्या गड़बड़ी की? डेवी ने ये गड़बड़ी की कि इट शुड नॉट बी सॉल्वेंट, इट शुड बी सॉल्यूशन. दैट्स द डेफिनेशन. ठीक है? यस. फन क्वेश्चन. AI ट्रिपल ई 2002 का सवाल. देखो हम लोग, इफ वी गेट अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन दैट आर करेक्ट, इट विल थ्रो स्लाइटली डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस टू अस विद अस. यस, राम बिल्कुल सही बोला. राम ने बिल्कुल सही आइडिया दिया. व्हाट? ओके, दिस इज अ स्लाइटली ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ आर? हाँ, या 2002 में अपेरेंटली AI ट्रिपल आया था. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ गैस कांस्टेंट आर? ओके. Jeez, man. They all seem right to me. ओके, इसको क्या किया जाए? मुझे तो सब सही लग रहे हैं, है ना? क्यों सब सही लग रहे हैं? एटलीस्ट ए और सी दोनों सही लग रहे हैं. बिकॉज इफ आई टेक थिंग्स इन लिटर एटमोस्फियर, इट इज 0.0821 per mole Kelvin. ओ, एक मिनट, देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. इसमें मोल केल्विन नहीं लिखा है. अच्छा, so then what is the defining thing? The mole Kelvin thing, do you think? So C is right. C is definitely right. It's 8.3 joule per mole Kelvin. ये तो सही है. C तो सही लग रहा है. Shall we mark C? D is weird. Lit atmosphere में it is 0.82. नहीं प्रीतम, इसमें मल्टीपल करेक्ट नहीं है. इसमें तो सिर्फ एक ही करेक्ट है. Ram says C. I think it is C as well because SI units में it is going to be this. SI units is going to be this. That's what I feel. Yeah, that's the idea. Wow, it's a weird question. Okay, last couple of questions. The boiling point of 0.2. इसको मैं स्क्रीनशॉट लेता हूँ, थोड़ा लंबा क्वेश्चन है. Let's read it. The boiling point, C already, हाँ रोहित उस वाला C. The boiling point of 0.2 mole per kg. This is molality. Solution of X in water is greater than equimolar solution of Y in water. हाँ, एक मिनट. बॉइलिंग पॉइंट मतलब डेल्टा टीबी ना? डेल्टा टीबी. चलो डेल्टा टीबी देखते हैं, लिखते हैं इसको. पहले मैं स्क्रीनशॉट डाल देता हूं. आई थिंक आई हैव एन आइडिया एज टू व्हाट इट कुड बी. आप लोग भी थोड़ा सोचो. मुझे लग रहा है कि या इट हैज टू डू विद द फॉर्मूला ऑफ डेल्टा टीबी. पूरा प्रॉपर फॉर्मूला. हाँ, आधा वाला फॉर्मूला मत लिखना, पूरा प्रॉपरली लिखना पड़ेगा. व्हाट इज बॉइलिंग पॉइंट? Well, there is a depression in freezing point, elevation in boiling point that is given by Kb times molality. But there is also I. I भी तो है. I क्या होता है? Abnormal colligative properties. हाँ देखो, ऑप्शन बी टॉक्स अबाउट डिसोसिएशन. डिसोसिएशन में क्या होता है? When there is dissociation happening, I is greater than 1. जब होता है एसोसिएशन, तब I is less than 1. है ना? यही तो ट्रिक है, यही तो आइडिया है, बस यहीं पे फिगर आउट करना है. सो विच वन इज ज्यादा? इसमें बोल रहे हैं कि x इज ग्रेटर देन y, देन x इज अंडरगोइंग डिसोसिएशन एंड y में कुछ नहीं होता है. मॉलिक्यूलर मास बढ़ने घटने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता बिकॉज सीधे यहाँ पे मोल्स दिए हुए हैं. देन इट इज गिवन दैट द मोलैलिटी इज द सेम. सो मॉलिक्यूलर मास बढ़ेगा घटेगा उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. इट इज I दैट मैटर्स. सो I don't matter, not me, but I as a matter of factor that matters. हाँ, what do you think? मेरे हिसाब से C होना चाहिए. हाँ राम बिल्कुल सही. रोहित बिल्कुल सही, बढ़िया, you guys are awesome. We are on fire, man. We've got everything right. Okay, मैंने इसमें इस वाले का सवाल को मैंने यहीं पे आंसर दे दिया. For association, Van't Hoff factor is for association, Van't Hoff factor is what? I didn't know this question was coming up next. I have no way of knowing. Trust me. I don't have some hack on a switch key. I will click this switch and I'll get to know अगला कौन सा सवाल आ रहा है. That feature was not built, not on our app. Nobody knows कौन सा next सवाल आएगा. The algorithm knows. Yeah. If you know the algorithm, you can kind of guess. If you know the algorithm and you know all the 100 questions and their tags, then you can know. I don't know that. This is interesting, right? That this question will pop up next. What do you think? इसका क्या होगा? Less than 1? Yeah, absolutely. Simple one. It should be less than 1. I agree. Simple है. Why is it less than 1? Because हम लोग इसको कर रहे हैं. Less than 1 क्यों होगा? Less than 1 क्यों होगा? Less than 1 क्यों होगा? Association में क्या होता है? Number of particles decreases. If number of particles decreases, what is I? Is observed particles by theoretical particles, right? Since ये कम हो रहा है, तो I is going to be less than 1. It's as simple as that. Awesome, right? बढ़िया. Out of stormy day and sunny day, which would have more solubility of oxygen and water? What? I swear, this is the last question for the day. आखिरी सवाल. Out of a stormy day and a sunny day, which of these would have a higher solubility of oxygen and water? These questions are fun, man. These are not usual questions. ऐसे सवाल आपको जो है normally नहीं मिलेंगे कहीं पे. Out of a stormy day and a sunny day, which would have a more stormy day and sunny day? Stormy day और sunny day में फर्क क्या पड़ता है? Hint ले ले क्या है सवाल का? Are you guys thinking about this? I feel hint ले लेते हैं. ले ले क्या hint? Stormy day क्यों भाई? राम मुझे जो नहीं आ रहा क्या करें? क्यों क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? Hint देखे देखेंगे क्या? Stormy day has less pressure. अरे very interesting. This is heavy, bro. This is heavy. This is heavy. This is a heavy question. Stormy day, lower P atmosphere. Okay. तो अगर P कम हो गया, atmospheric pressure, तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Solubility कम हो जाएगी क्या? तो राम, should the answer be stormy day or sunny day? अगर atmospheric pressure कम हो गया, तो solubility कम नहीं होनी चाहिए. राम, रोहित, what do you think? Because remember effect of pressure on solubility, जहां pressure ज्यादा वहां solubility ज्यादा गैस की. That's what I remember. आपको क्या लगता है? But if you're saying stormy, I will mark stormy. आप जो है will do. Oh यार, राम देखो sunny day होगा, है ना? On stormy day, the atmospheric pressure less than sunny day. That's why there is sudden drop in barometer when storm is about to come. This is how in olden days climatologists used to predict the weather. ठीक है? Sudden drop in pressure. ठीक है? और ये तो जाहिर है कि, और by the way, that's yeah, you remember this cold drink की bottle, Sprite and all, वो branding free. वो हाई प्रेशर में स्टोर किया जाता है. जैसे ही प्रेशर कम होता है वो बाहर निकल जाता है. सो विद प्रेशर solubility of gases increases. So this was a fun session, and with that we have done 15 सवाल. We've done so many questions. We've done 16-17 questions in an hour just because you guys are awesome. Woo. Okay, बढ़िया. ठीक है. एक last question we can do here from this and we'll call it a day. आखिरी सवाल. Yeah. इसमें से osmotic pressure सबसे ज्यादा किसका होगा? What do you think? Henry's law? Exactly now. Yeah. Or take this as a homework. And let me know in the comment what do you think the answer to this is going to be. ठीक है? Thank you everybody for your time. हम लोग मिलते रहेंगे. If you want more practice and solutions, कम 8:30 बजे मिलते हैं. और generally we'll keep meeting. Thank you Ram for the answer so quickly. Awesome, right? मजा आ रहा है यार. ये तो practice हो गई. लगे हाथ सब कुछ हो गया. We've done all this theory. Students बोले थे यार, we want more questions to be solved. Here are more questions to be solved. If you like this video, share this to your friends. And if you want to check out more of my content, description में link. Oh, and if you want to download this awesome app that I've been showing you all this time, links are there in the description as well. Okay, see you all. That was it from me. मिलेंगे हम लोग NEET चैनल पे, JEE चैनल पे, जो सारे चैप्टर्स थियरी कवर कर चुका हूं. I'll do this same practice with you. All right. Bye. Tata. See you.